Everyone, welcome back. And today we are covering the ternary operator and the shorthand techniques, tools that will make your JavaScript code cleaner and more professional. If you have been following along, you know how to write if-else statement. But what if you could write that same logic in just one line? Okay, let's dive in. The ternary operator. Okay, let's start with the traditional if-else statement first. The traditional method was this, right? And there is no problem. This is a valid code, no issue. Now, there is the same thing with ternary operator. Did you see? Same thing, same code example. These example are here. The syntax is condition, then expression if true, then expression is if false. Means this is the condition. If this condition is written true, then return this truthy value. Otherwise, return this falsy value. And this 4 line 1 2 3 4 5 line codes in one single line, and that's why it's called the ternary, because it makes three operand, the condition, the true value, and the false value. Okay, so let's take the another practical example, real world example, and the example is this. Did you see? You can nest ternary operators, but if it gets complex, use if else instant. Readability matters, right? So you see, okay, the logical or for default. The OR operator is a great for setting default values. The OR operator return the first true value it finds. Okay, here. If you see display name is username exists, but username is not exist, then it's return the guest. And in the function, also if name is exist, then it's return and I mean print out the console log. Otherwise, it's console log the friend. Okay, so yeah, then logical and the for condition. The AND operator execute code only when a condition is true. The example is this: is logged in and the console log. If both are true, then you get the answer. I mean, sorry, if login is true, then it's return this console log. Otherwise, not returning. Also, it's also prevent the error when the checking nested properties. It's also check. Okay, let me show you in the console log. File name is ternary operator. Open the terminal. Note ternary operator. Enter. Welcome back and Johan. What is it? John. Okay. Did you see? It also printed out this console log and also print this console log. Why? Because the username is exist. Also user.name. This is also exist. This user is object. This is an object. Also user.name also exists. That's why the console log return true with this value. Okay. Now the nullish coalescing. Okay, comment this. This nullish coalescing or coalescing, you can say the pronunciation correctly, or you can call it the double question mark. Only check if null or undefined. If they let it count equals 0, result 1 will be count 5, I mean, or 10, then result will be the 0 is false value. So this 0 is false value, then it's written the 10. And here, if count, I mean, the 0 is not null or undefined, then it's written the 0 value, because we are calling the count. Actually, use this when the 0 or an empty string is a valid value. Okay, so that's why we are using this. Another is other shorthand, and this shorthand we already see previously. Remember, counter plus plus, counter minus, plus equal, and the asterisk equal. So The question is the best practice. Do you use the shorthand when the logic is simple? It's improved readability. The intent is clear. Don't use the shorthands when it makes code harder to understand. You are nesting too deeply. Clarity is certificate for brevity, right? Remember, code is read more than it's written. Always remember this. And this is the real world code example for best practices you can follow. See, this is helpful. Time of day, sorry, name equal user and name. This is the optional chaining. We can, this is called the optional chaining, and we know in more in depth in the future video or later. So don't worry. So just learn user. This is the optional chaining and name dot name. If user dot name are exist, then show it. Otherwise, show the guest. So exactly the same thing here. Here is the ternary operator for the conditionally implemented. Okay. So the console log, the get user getting name in object and others is null. Did you see? Okay. So the common mistake actually not too much. The common mistake are those. Comment it. Also comment it. Okay. The result. The result equal the age greater than equal 18 then adult. Actually, this is the wrong use case. So be careful. And another is valid question mark save data. This is a function. Then this function. I mean, if is it valid, then call this function. Otherwise, this function. Don't use this because it would be complicated for readability. So use if else instead. Okay. And here, did you see one thing is missing? We didn't given the else statement. For this result only showing if these condition are met. I mean true table. Otherwise, we need else. So this is the another one mistake. So be careful. But your code editor always remind you what you did wrong. And another is this or nullish coalescing is the result value or 100. The value is this, and 100 might not be what you want, right? So 0 is false value. So okay, great job. Is there anything missing? Okay, good. Now it's everything fine. So that's it. You know, you now know how to write cleaner, more conscious JavaScript using the Ternary operator and shorthand. Use them wisely. Always prioritize readability. In the next video, we are diving into a loops. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe. Drop any question in the comment below. Okay, goodbye.